What's going on, guys? I'm Jada Black. I want to talk about this crazy story that is actually been out for a couple of days, but I just learned about it, right? Now, this is according to the New York Post, okay? Apparently, a brand new father, okay, just had a kid with his girlfriend. He decided that it would be a good time to go run off with his girlfriend's mother right after the girlfriend got out the hospital. I'm telling you, man, listen, you just cannot tell these days with a lot of women, no matter if they're younger or older. Age doesn't decide maturity. We know, because you can look on social media and there's just as many women in their 40s, even in their 50s, trying to get attention, just like there are women in their 20s. And when you have women with adult daughters, they're going to try to compete with their daughters. Okay? Even for the men that their daughters are dating. Now, the daughter, Jess, is 24 and her boyfriend is 29. And the mother, I believe, is 44. But we're going to get into the article. All right? Let's get into the article. The family tree just got a big shakeup. The 24-year-old pregnant mom claims she was shocked to find out that her boyfriend and baby daddy was having an affair with her own mother. Jess Aldridge told the Sun that her boyfriend Ryan Shelton ran off with her mom, Georgina, after she brought her newborn son home from the hospital. It's the ultimate betrayal. You expect a new grandmother to fall in love with the baby, not the father, Aldridge told the outlet. You know what's interesting? I think you have women, right, who once they have grandchildren, because you got women that go through a midlife crisis just like men do. And when women get to that age, to their 40s, mid 40s, then they become a grandparent. You got some people, you got certain people who can handle it with grace. And then you got those that don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to handle the fact they're going to be a grandparent. So in a way for, I guess, the grandmother to get that self-esteem boost, she starts sleeping with the boyfriend. We don't know how long this was going on, but let's read some more of this article. Okay, from Gloucester, okay, from the Shire, England, I'm gonna call it. The England-based family were living together so Georgina could help take care of her grandchildren. Aldridge and Shelton have 2 children together. All right. And a daughter also named Georgina, which is 1, and a newborn son, Reuben. We were stuck together for months in the house during the lockdown, Aldridge recalled. It was so hard, especially as Ryan and Mom were always being so flirty. I felt so uncomfortable. It was horrible experience. Well, they were flirtatious because your mother was there with this young guy, right? And you, your daughter, your constant reminder that she's getting older and she's probably attracted to him, and you're on lockdown. You ain't nothing much to do but except flirt. Now, maybe at first it may have started out with her just doing that to feel good about herself, but then it turns into she really wants to sleep with him. Okay, it says even though Georgina's husband Eric, so Georgina got a whole husband, was also in the house, Shelton, who's 29, and Georgina, who's 44, would spend nights in the kitchen together drinking Bacardi. Aldridge claimed she once caught Shelton touching her mom's butt. But she tried to brush it off. It was disgusting. She would wear those short dresses and be all touchy-feely with him on the sofa, she said. Aldridge claimed she even confronted the pair, although they denied anything was going on. Listen, man, if he's grabbing your mom's bum, something is going on. And the fact that he's doing that lets you know that it's a feeling of power. It's a feeling of invincibility. The guy, you know, he's flirting with your mother right in front of your face and under the same roof. The husband is not doing anything. Okay, he has no fear of Eric, the husband, right? So he's feeling like he's the alpha of the house. He's got the daughter and the mother. That's how it seemed like he's feeling. And the fact that they're drinking together. Where is Eric? Where is Georgina's husband? Let's see. That changed when Aldridge was admitted to the hospital to give birth to Ruben in January while she was having a cesarean section. Shelton, a car parts salesman, broke up with Aldridge via text, claiming he was sick of her, accusing him of having an affair. And then he goes and has the affair. You know what's crazy? Maybe they didn't start sleeping with each other. Maybe they didn't start sleeping with each other until she went to the hospital. So in his way, instead of him doing it behind her back, he said, you know what? Let me break up with her and say that she's accusing me of something I'm not doing, just to go and do what she was accusing me of doing. Guy's very slick. Ryan had seen baby Ruben for only a few minutes after he was born, and then 10 minutes the day afterwards as he was moving all of his stuff. The new mom said they were in such a rush. He had even had my mom waiting for him with the car packed in the car parked. They was trying to get out of there before you got back. Man, that's that MILF box. That MILF box had them all twisted up. Let's see. When Aldridge returned home with her new son, she realized Georgina, a nursing home worker, had also moved out. Although they continued to deny it, the couple finally fessed up that they were living together. The unusual new couple have now reportedly officially confirmed their relationship on Facebook. The mom told me she can't help who she falls in love with, and Ryan told me the same thing. Aldridge said, it was a huge kick in the teeth. They have been planning it throughout my whole pregnancy. Of course they were. Of course they were. They were planning what they're going to do. See, this was all the mom's idea, because dudes are not very good planners in these type of situations. Women are. That's why it's very difficult to catch a woman cheating, because women will think things through. Women are very thorough, and that's why you will never catch them out. They'll be too busy accusing you for you to even see what's going on. You know? She said Eric is also devastated by the news. Of course he is, because Eric was under the same roof and he didn't know what was going on, because he's probably a sucker and a simp. She is meant to be a granny to my 2 children and helping me look after them, but instead she's off shagging the boyfriend. She said, I'm heartbroken. I've lost everything, my mom and father to my kids. See, this is what happens, man. See, she's not ready to be no granny. She's not ready to babysit your kids while you're off working or going out. You know, she's going through a midlife crisis. And I believe her and Eric, Georgina's husband Eric, had just renewed their vows. This is a woman who doesn't want to grow up. This is a woman who's probably very immature. And she sees that she's getting older. Her daughter's still young. Her daughter's 24. And she has a 29-year-old boyfriend who she's attracted to. And she wants to have fun, right? So she goes off and moves with him. Now, it's very possible that they didn't actually have relations with each other until after they moved out, because again, you're under lockdown, you know, you're there, she's there, Georgina's with her husband, Jess is there with her boyfriend Ryan, so they couldn't really get in like that. But once she went to the hospital, they saw an opportunity, and instead of him saying, well, I wasn't cheating on her, you know, he could say, well, I broke up with her, so now I can sleep with her mother. You know, and again, I believe this was all Georgina's idea. I think that Georgina wants to have some fun before she settles into granny mode, and that's what's going on. I'm telling you, age does not show maturity. This was a married woman. How many older married women do you see trying to act like they are, you know, above certain things, that they're married, they settle down? Let me tell y'all something. Most of these 40-something-year-old women getting on social media every day, posting them with their husband like they have such a great life, those women are miserable. You can see it in their eyes. They're not even smiling when they're with these guys. The only time you see them smiling is when they're by themselves. But when they with the guy, they're not even smiling. It's like they're going through the motions. They want to be somewhere else. They want to be having fun. They want to be having good relations, okay? They want to be traveling, right? They want to feel free. And I feel like Georgina, the 44-year-old boyfriend stealer, right? She wants to feel alive. You know, she realizes that she's older now. She's a grandmother. She was already a grandmother for like a year, but she's really a grandmother. And she wanted to feel alive. She wanted to be able to say she took her daughter's boyfriend because she wants to compete with her daughter. It didn't, and listen, her being married didn't even stop her. Marriage, let me tell you something, man. Marriage is not going to stop these women from doing what they want to do. It's not. Some of you can think that married, just because these women are married, they're not out here actively looking. They're actively looking. It's just that they haven't met a situation a lot of times because, you know, older women ain't really going to deal with no broke dude unless they willing to take care of them. A lot of times these older MILFs who are married, they're looking for dudes with money. Dudes that can, you know, spoil them, can take care of them, because in their minds, they're thinking about bills, you know, they're thinking about, you know, all these different things. They're dealing with all these different obligations. Young chicks just want gifts, trips, you know. But for the most part, older women are looking for that security. And they want fun too, but it's more about being around a man who can provide them with anything, right? And they can have fun with. And it just seems to me that you have a woman that wants to have fun again. And as far as the guy Ryan, once again, you know, this guy was in a situation where he either wasn't really having relations because, you know, he had a 1-year-old and he had another baby on the way. So it may have been situations where Jeff wasn't giving him none. So he's around the mom, and the mom is like, she'll give him some. He had to break up with the daughter first, and that's exactly what he did. That's why he couldn't wait to get out that house. He wanted to go lay up with Georgina. But how long is that going to last? Like, seriously, how long is that going to last? This reminds me of the video that I did about the woman, right, who left her situation. She was married to a man who had a son, right? A young son that she basically was his stepmother since he was a kid, who she ended up leaving her husband to be with his son, right? This kind of reminds me of the situation. As a matter of fact, I believe someone sent this story to me, and they referenced that. And I mean, you just never know what's going on in the mind of women, man. You absolutely don't.